Danny, a 5-0 win on Boxing Day against a relegation rival, some result, and I imagine not even you were expecting that last night.
No, no, definitely not. They're a good side. I think they proved that on Saturday with their result against Gloucester, and they've been on a decent run themselves over the last 6 games. So coming into this one, 2 semi-informed teams, if you like, even though we're both down the wrong end of the table, but 2 informed teams, and they can be a tricky side to play against. They're clearly well coached. They've got a lot of good young players. They try and play football in a really attractive way, and if you're not on it, they can rip you apart. But yeah, we've done our homework, and I think we set a good game plan out to go and be really aggressive, and the boys executed it really well, to be fair.
Yeah, it's quality at both ends of the pitch for Frome, but also some stunning strikes.
Yeah.
Your boys up top are really expressing themselves. What do you put that down to?
Confidence. You could see that. I think you've been able to see it game by game. I think it's confidence is coming back slowly but surely, and then you can see it within the games as well. When we went 3-0 today, all of a sudden we really came alive and played some great football in that last 30 minutes and scored some unbelievable goals. Going back 3-4 weeks ago, we wouldn't have shot when we shot. We wouldn't have taken those opportunities on. And they did today, and I'm really pleased for the boys, because Alby today scores 2 goals and follows up his great goal scoring form that he's in, and him in particular, he had a frustrating start to the season, and he really wants to do well for the club. He's a local boy, but I'm just using that as one example. Ollis being another one who's really come to life in the last couple of weeks as well. But all of our forward boys now are really starting to perform, and the confidence is flowing through them.
Yeah, you just preempted my next question about the hometown hero, Alby Hopkins. What was your view of that rocket?
Yeah. To be fair, we were stood pretty much right behind it from that angle, and the moment Kurt laid it off and he struck it, it was a bit like Monksy's the other week, but probably I said to Monksy, because he stood by me, I said, that's probably better than yours, last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was. But it was one hell of a strike. As soon as he hit it, you knew it was in, and he's got that in his locker.
Yeah, so 12 unanswered goals this month, 4 clean sheets, a word for the defensive unit and Carl Phillips, who did have plenty of work to do today but thrived.
Yeah, I think again, confidence is flowing throughout the side now. Even the defensive boys, and Kyle's definitely stepped up in the last few weeks as well. He's coming for balls, he's making saves, and if he does make a save at this moment in time, the balls fall into one of us because we're alive and we're able to go and clear danger. But from a defensive point of view, is a whole team thing. We tweaked the shape over the last couple of weeks, which is more like us, and I think the boys understand it, they know their roles, and the work rate that starts from the front is unbelievable, and then backed up with the midfield boys in behind, where they've got to go and jump and press into really aggressive areas of the pitch. They've got to cover some ground to be able to do that, and then we've got a solid foundation behind it. So yeah, there's a whole team structure thing. But they're all buying into it, they're all doing their jobs, and then when we bring people off the bench, they continue that, and we don't drop our levels, which is really pleasing for me. Gives me a headache. It's a good headache.
Good headache. And a word for the crowd, who came in numbers, 712 on a cold and gloomy day. You gave them what they deserved.
Yeah, I said to the boys beforehand. We trained on Monday night. Actually, we were in Saturday, and then we trained again on Monday, and afterwards we had a little talk after training. And these games over the festive period for me are for the fans. First and foremost is a time of year when you want to be entertained and you want to celebrate, and I think we've done that today. We've put on a really entertaining performance, and the crowd have stuck by us through some tough times. Of course, there's been some difficult moments in there, and there'll be some difficult moments to come, but they've stuck by us, and that one's for them.
Reaping the rewards. 2 games in 3 days and a couple more after New Year. Hope you're managing to enjoy some downtime, but how tough is a run of fixtures like this with Bracknell on Saturday?
Yeah, really difficult. Again, we got some decisions to make going into Saturday, and then another one New Year's Day, and then another one on the 4th. So the games come thick and fast. But again, when we spoke at training on Monday, we said this is a period that can be really season defining, because there's a lot of games coming up in quick succession, And if you do things right away from the pitch and prepare properly and make sure that you're ready to go on a Saturday, you can accumulate a large number of points in a short space of time. So that's what we're aiming to do. The boys need to rest and recover, and then it's down to us to pick the right team going into Saturday, make the right changes where they need to be made, because undoubtedly we'll have to make some changes. But the boys who have been on the bench have come on and performed really well. A lot of them started at Bath, and it looked like they hadn't been away. It looked like it was a really strong team out there. So there will be changes. The boys need to be ready, and then we'll go and attack each of these games, take them one by one, and see how many points that we can pick up.
Well, rest up well, Danny, and enjoy this evening.
Yeah, thank you very much.